Hey, Whiskey Ginger fans, welcome back to the show, or welcome to the show, depending on who you are, where you're coming from. I'm glad to have you. I am on tour. You got to come see me. We added some dates. I'm in Houston starting next week, March 29th and 30th, Houston. Then I'm in Tampa. Then I'm in Phoenix. Then I go to Nashville, Tennessee. Then I go to Dallas, and then I finally finish up this little joke run in San Francisco. Working on my brand new hour. I'm excited to come see you guys. Dallas and San Francisco shows are just being added as we speak because they both are sold out. So Dallas and San Francisco shows being added. Houston, Tampa, Phoenix, and Nashville. Can't wait to see you guys as well. Go to andrewsantino.com for those tickets. andrewsantino.com. Enough rambling. Let's go over to the episode.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
This whole show is owned by China.
Oh, thank you.
We'll cut to a Chinese sponsor here in about 3 seconds.
芥船鈣片，世界知名鈣片品牌，每粒含600毫克高濃度鈣，配合維他命 D3，有助延緩骨量流失，骨骼健康，撐起孩子未來。每日一粒芥泉，撐起你走每一天。
If you don't mind, I'm going to actually read from a Chinese sponsor. If you could just, will you guys just say you're good with this?
Yep.
Is this that? Is like,
We'll just do it now. Here we go. 你好，江水一下，手着学长试车，完了 Lamorne Morris, Kyle Shevrin, Chanson den Charpo, Kesiano.
Kumite.
Wait, dude, what?
Just that's from my Chinese sponsor. I have to read an ad for them.
I don't buy it.
Well, you don't have to buy it because you're getting one free when you leave today. Yeah, it's pretty good. Damn. Boys, I didn't even do a proper introduction, but it doesn't matter because we've been rolling. Why don't you introduce yourselves on your single camera there? Introduce your show. Go ahead. You do it. I'd like you to take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now on camera with you is Lamorne Morris. You may have seen me in something. This is Kyle Shevrin. I'll let you do that. Our podcast is called the Lamorning After for obvious reasons. But yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Kyle?
Dude, great intro. Yeah, check us out. We just kind of started. We're like 4 episodes deep, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. So,
how did you guys link up?
Ooh, 2013, 2014, something like that?
yeah, it's like a
When'd you move here?
decade ago. 2013.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah.
What was the moment?
Laurel Hardware. We were at a bar.
One of my favorites.
That's why you pick everybody up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
We ain't fucking nothing like that. This is no. If we were to do anything,
I don't know.
it'd be
He's
make
pretty good
love.
looking. Yeah, make love. Yeah, you would make love.
We would make love.
We met at Laurel Hardware. You know that place is still open or still has a patio.
Yeah.
In part because of my wife.
Really?
We used to live in the neighborhood. I lived on Laurel for years, my first West Hollywood apartment, and we used to go there all the time, way back in the day, and get a buzz button. Are you familiar with the buzz button?
Oh,
yet?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And one day we heard through the grapevine that they were getting complaints from the neighbors, and there was a petition to the city to shut down their patio because it was just too noisy at night. From that, there's a building right behind that alleyway. They wanted people that are patrons and local neighborhood goers and, you know, blah, 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 to, like, submit a letter. And my wife was one of the people that submitted the letter to the city saying, we need patios in Los Angeles. We don't have enough outdoor space in L.A. It's important to the culture of the city to keep it, you know, organic. And West Hollywood is very much this kind of vibe. And they kept that patio open because of people like me. Yeah. So
thank you to her.
You guys are welcome.
Yeah, thank you to her.
You guys are welcome.
But I haven't been there in a while. We didn't meet in the patio either. So
Okay.
We met at the bar.
Hold on 1 second.
it was in the bar, dude.
Hold on. Let's edit this. And will you just say we met on the patio just for the sake of the show?
Fuck me.
So you guys met at Laurel Hardware where?
In the bar.
Yeah.
On the patio.
No, but yeah, we were.
Okay. Okay, dude.
Let's try it again. Let's try it again because I'm really good at it.
Yeah,
bro.
try it again.
Let's try it again.
So did you guys met
We
where?
were at the patio.
Oh, at Laurel Hardware.
No. Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, Laurel. Yeah, the patio at Laurel Hardware.
Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you're really making this hard on me.
Honestly, I haven't been on the team in a while.
We'll get back in the seat.
It's really stressful for me.
Because look, are you an actor as well?
No, I'm behind the camera.
You're just smart.
Writing and
You're
directing.
an intelligent
yeah.
man. Yeah. Did you guys meet and you decided you want to work on projects together, or was this just a friendship?
Yeah, no. So I was there alone at Laurel Hardware.
I can see that.
Great start.
Yeah.
And I saw
Fishing? Were you
him at the
fishing?
bar.
You fishing for something?
And yeah, I saw him. He sat next to me, and we started talking. And then now that I think about it, I realize basically that's what Jeffrey Dahmer did. He just went up to like random black dudes at bars,
Yeah.
and then they would kill them. But
You're Dahmer-esque.
yeah, I gotta take these off.
No, leave them on, man.
Okay.
Leave them on. I
Can't
want you to be
see
able to
shit.
see us.
But yeah, we started talking, and then he was actually like, "Oh, you got to meet my other buddy who I've been writing with for a while. If he deems you funny enough, then like we could start working together." And we went from like music videos to like TV shows to films, and it got bigger and bigger.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
And then nothing that night though. Did you continue on? Was it like a we're gonna drink all night, party all night type of thing?
I don't think so. I think
You were with some people, weren't you?
Yeah, I think I was meeting some people there, and then he kind of stopped my flow. And then
What was it about this guy that interested you in him so much?
that was the first time someone, because usually at that point fans would come up to me and ask for like a photo or something like that. This was the first time someone was like, "Dude, I'm a writer and I just moved here, and so I'm willing to like just kind of like assist or help out whenever
Right.
I can." And I thought, "Oh, that's cool," because I hadn't had that. It was just if I wasn't filming something, I was trying to create something,
Yeah.
and I'm not the strongest at that. You know what I mean? Not gonna lie to you.
Are you shooting anything now? Are you working?
Yeah. So, well, I'm like a couple days away from shooting SNL 1975. It's this movie about
The first season of SNL?
Yeah.
First episode.
First episode. Yeah. I'm playing Garrett Morris.
You're not gonna let me get that out, huh? You weren't gonna let me have a shot at making a joke at all about anything.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know you were gonna go.
You're not gonna
aim
go.
for it.
You're not gonna be Chevy Chase. Who's playing Chevy Chase?
Who is playing Chevy Chase?
Doesn't he say the N word?
So Chevy Chase apparently.
He says the N word on the first episode. Am I crazy?
Bunch of sketches.
Yeah. He says it. I mean, he just drops it like crazy.
So who says it? Who's gonna be Chevy? Do you know?
Michael. Why am I forgetting his name? Tall dude, tall, handsome
Yeah, I'm
fella.
blanking. I can look it up.
Yeah.
Fassbender? Yeah.
No, I wish.
Looks like a
That would be
Fassbender
fun.
role.
Hugh Jackman's in the movie.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, J.K. Simmons, Finn Wolford. Yeah, man.
Who's playing Lorne?
Gabe LaBelle. Gabe LaBelle played young Spielberg in the Fablemans.
Who's playing Gilda Radner?
Ooh, yeah, I gotta get this list.
I'm looking it up.
That's awesome though. Who's doing the movie?
Dylan O'Brien.
Chevy Chase is Corey Michael Smith.
Corey Michael Smith.
Yeah.
Corey Michael Smith. Dylan O'Brien's playing Dan Aykroyd.
Ella Hunt is Gilda.
Ella Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, man.
Who's doing this again?
Jason Reitman.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
for what
man.
studio? Is it for film or is it for the
For film.
So it's for the theaters.
Yeah,
It's for the
yeah.
theaters.
Son of a bitch, dude.
I know.
Dude, we watched Ricky Stenicki, dude. It's so funny,
so
bro.
fucking good.
Oh, thank
man.
you, dude. Not in the theater, of course, because Amazon Prime didn't want to do it.
I don't know why. That felt like one of those movies when we were watching it. Like, oh, this is a theater film.
We watched it in the theater this past weekend in New York, and man, in the middle of it, my mom was like, because I took my mom, my wife couldn't come, and my mom, I was like, you know what, Ma, fly out to New York, and we'll. So she was my date, and she was sitting next to me, and she goes, everyone should see this in the movie theater. And I was like, I know. Because it does have big movie elements where you're like, this is such an obvious theater. It felt like it's Farrelly. So it felt like a Farrelly Brothers from the 90s comedy that you went to theater and watched. And I just, whatever.
You
It's
shot
just,
that in Australia.
in Melbourne, yeah. This is the new world, though, man. Like I'm how cool that's going to be in the theaters because it's so hard to get shit on the big screen anymore.
Yeah.
But
I know.
Reitman can get it done, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%.
Who's the studio behind it?
Oh, who is the fucking studio behind it? Damn, you asked me.
you
all
know.
the- you asked me
I
all
don't
the
know.
wrong
I'm listening to all
questions.
the right questions, really, but no answers. Yeah, that's fine.
Listen, I read the script.
Yeah.
I show up.
Do you read it all
Look
the way?
at the check like this.
Do you read it all the way?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I read. I do a lot of. I do a thorough character analysis. I like to believe. You know what I mean? And it's probably too much because sometimes I'll know a lot about another character.
Yeah.
And when I see them performing it in a way, I'll kind of go, "That's not.
That's not right.
That's not what you should be doing."
Yeah, Aykroyd wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
What about, have you met with Garrett?
Yeah, dude. So I met with him over Zoom a couple of times, and then I presented him an award at the ABFF and a legacy award. Me and Leslie Jones, and he had no idea. And this dude like started tearing up, which was a really cool experience.
They
for
didn't
me.
tell him he was getting a Lifetime
No,
Achievement
they told him
Award?
he was getting an award, but they didn't tell him that it was being presented by anyone. They was just like, "Oh, we're gonna honor you at this thing."
Oh, he thinks it's going to be like, congrats.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, but it was again myself and Leslie Jones, and she's wild, she's crazy, so that was fun.
Yeah, did she
She went off.
Did she grab him physically?
No, she grabbed me a few times. Physically.
Yeah, okay.
The moment we got on stage, she started going, "Katt motherfucking Morris."
She will bully you.
Yo, she's
so good at that.
She's so funny though, man.
She's
so
very good
funny.
at like
Yeah.
physically assaulting.
Yeah.
She's assaulted me many times.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I approve. It was fun. Yeah, I've known her for so long. Growing up
Yeah.
at the Comedy Store with her was like, she loved fucking with me.
Mm-hmm.
I think she has a crush on me. If I'm being honest.
Probably.
I think for a long time, she always called me her little creamsicle.
Well, I think that's a sign.
Is it?
Yeah. Put that creamsicle right up that.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, that shape.
Oh, that's what
that
it
shape
is.
with that red top.
Guys who have no idea. Yeah.
don't
I'm
know.
the Rocket Pop. Yeah,
The
I'm the
Rocket
Rocket
Pop.
Pop.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it is. I'm the Rocket Pop. What was your favorite one of those as a kid? What was your favorite ice cream truck? Ice cream.
The push pop.
The push pop.
I like
Oh,
push
you're
pop.
a push pop kid?
But I
We used
also-
to beat the shit out of that.
Wait,
kid.
why?
Because it's like it's so phallic in its execution.
What is
That's
it called? The hand.
Oh, the one with the gumball at the bottom.
No.
Oh, the baseball glove with the gumball?
Yeah,
I love
that
that
one's
one.
cool. That
Oh
one's
no,
cool.
the screwball. It's called a screwball. The
Screwball.
cone one.
That's right. That's good.
That one was fire.
I hated the sherbet, the orange sherbet push one.
Couldn't stand it. I never liked sherbet at all. Sherbet had no business in my ice cream truck.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I'm a Choco Taco guy. Really loved the Choco Taco.
yeah.
When that came out, that kind of changed the game. Before that, it was ice cream sandwich me forever.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Because ice cream sandwiches, you can't go wrong.
No.
It's there are sometimes the ice cream gets old and it gets the crystals on it, and it kind of changes some of the flavors. Ice cream sandwich, that doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
I don't know if that smushy, beautiful chocolate bread keeps it
Do
protected.
we trust it then? Because the crystallization is a sign that you should
Oh,
get rid
right.
of this shit.
Yeah, but dude, we're all gonna die. I mean, what does it matter? I mean, we're gonna get something.
Everyone's gonna get cancer, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna get something. Like I'm reading this book about Warren Zevon. Do you know him? No, do you know him?
Guitar player.
He was a musician. He's unfortunately some of his most famous songs are probably some of my least favorite. But like Werewolves of London, you know that song.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
That's Warren. But I'm reading this book by his wife. I do this because it's obnoxiously large. By his wife, and the crazy shit about this guy was he was like a tumultuous alcoholic. Like he had so many like ups and downs with the disease for years, for like decades. And then the guy fucking dies of mesothelioma.
I thought that disease was made up because I saw it. You would see it late night on those
Yeah.
infomercials
Between Family Feud and whatever's next.
Yeah, you got mesothelioma. I don't have this shit.
Yeah, they couldn't
No,
even
it's from
it.
people in the 70s and 80s got it from asbestos. They found direct connections to. That's why all those legal shows are. You see all those like, do you have mesothelioma? Call this law firm, because all these companies are handing out checks because they prove that it was from asbestos in
shit.
buildings. Oh, dude, all these buildings in California had them for years.
Fuck me.
This one does for sure. I made him leave it. I said leave it in.
For a future lawsuit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I
yeah,
want my
yeah,
kids
okay.
to get paid. You know,
bro.
No, yeah, it's from asbestos. How crazy though to think. As I read that in the book, I thought, how fucked you would if an alcohol-related illness came of it, he would have probably accepted his fate a little bit more.
Yeah.
But to die from like lung infections from asbestos when you were kids.
Yeah, that right there. That you know, that mesothelioma as a child, all that poisoning probably turned him into an alcoholic. He just didn't know it.
There you go.
Fucks with your brain patterns.
Or a great musician.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
You know?
true.
CTE.
Do you guys have musical skill? Are you skilled at all? And
Let me play you a beat.
Yes.
wow,
Thanks.
wow.
Thanks.
Are you trained?
Trained by God.
God bless. Jesus Christ loves you.
Yeah.
He's actually it's actually unfair. He's really good at singing actually.
I know you are, and I've seen some of the stuff with Rick because you know we're both good buddies with Rick, and I've seen what you've done over there, and you know,
Yes, classic all time shit. Like my vocal quality is, you know,
It's okay.
It's pretty much up there.
it's okay.
Like if I wanted to get nominated for something, I could, you know what I'm saying, like a Grammy or like musically in podcast in the podcast space, musically, I'm up there.
Yeah, you would win something, but in the real world, no, not at all.
Well, technically, the real world is. I mean, we are in it. Technically,
Says who?
Damn, this
technically,
dude's
Says who?
plugged in.
yeah, I'm plugged
Says-
in, baby. I'm
plugged
tapped
in.
daddy. I'm tapped in, daddy.
Could you ever win an EGOT then?
Mm.
You hypothetically could if you can.
Yeah. Because the Tony, that's easy. That's
Yeah.
easy. Let me get on stage. I'll fuck it up. Let me TV. I should have already won an Emmy.
You don't have an Emmy?
I know. I should have.
What a loser.
Yeah, I'm a hoe.
Dude, what a loser.
I'm a hoe. I get it.
You do, but not only have I've never won anything. I've never been even remotely close, which actually makes me feel good.
Well, because here's the thing about it. It's so strange because you have millions of fans.
Yeah.
And you clearly keep working at a high level.
Yeah.
And you don't win any awards. And it's like, do I care? Because
No.
like, there's an Oscar curse, for example, when folks win the Oscars, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
they murder somebody in a car.
Right. They go to prison for life.
Yeah.
I never got the appeal. Like the Oscars was the other day, and I was on a plane, and I just never. I don't know, man. I know that sounds blasphemous to the business because people are like, I get it, but for some reason I never. Also, that gives me anxiety. That thing makes me so anxious on the inside. I don't like events like the premiere.
Yeah.
Gives me so much anxiety. I don't know what it is.
No, here's the only reason why I would love to like win an Oscar or an Emmy, maybe more, both. But here's the only reason why, because I know sitting in that crowd, Beyonce's probably there, and Meryl Streep. You know what I mean? Like those two people, and Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
They're watching me in all my glory.
Right.
I'm gonna go out there tight pants.
Right.
Dick print.
What are we talking? Leather?
Bulging.
Huh?
Leather?
I do a leather.
Yeah, leather pants.
Yeah, I do a nice.
And what about a shirt with no undershirt, like a jacket with no undershirt?
You know what? I'll go belly out.
Ooh.
I'll crop
Like a
that
little
'cause I
crop
got them-
top?
Yeah, I got them abs going.
Are you gonna shave your chest? Do you have hairy chest?
I already shaved it.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you shave it for me?
No, I didn't shave it for you. I shaved it for.
Did you shave it for
a
me?
Fitness shoot.
So you did it for me?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because then we're polar opposites. I believe you have a hairy chest.
It's so funny. I don't at all.
Really?
No hair. on
Really
my chest.
hairless.
I'm like. First of all, you can see the arms don't have much, but look, there's nothing there.
Wow.
What the fuck are you talking about? You look like a goddamn werewolf.
No, there's a little hair down here, but not on my chest. Look at all.
Look at your
my
chest.
tits. My tits have some.
That's what the chest is.
No.
The tits.
You're talking hairy Italian.
that's pretty
The
bare.
Cuban's got something, don't you, Cuban? Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
you're
you
talking
got
about.
You got that uncle chest.
Yeah, see, women love that.
And the
They love to
traps.
run their little fingers through your little chest hair, right? They like that.
It's maintenance. There's maintenance that goes with it.
I just shaved
right.
mine and my arms.
For health and fitness.
Yeah, for a shoot. Wow. Yeah, bro.
This is where we are in our lives. You're a 40-year-old, in shape, sex symbol. I'm doing Golf Digest next week.
Well, that's great.
That's exactly
Heck
where we
yeah.
are.
Are you a scratch golfer?
I'm not a scratch golfer, no, but I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm like a 2-2 index.
I don't know
That's
what the-
good. That's good.
I was gonna say I don't know what the.
We're
fuck
trying to
that
get better
means.
at golf. We're very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I can tell.
Yeah, we're bad.
Yeah,
What do you
there's
mean?
something about it. Well,
We look the part though.
no, you don't. There's something I know. I can tell with golfers the way they walk. Your gait means a lot.
My gay means a lot.
Your gait means a lot.
Oh.
And the way your gait means a lot to you. You can do whatever you want with him. But your gait means a lot. The way you walk, I can tell who's a good golfer.
You know what? People are surprised by my swing though. Every once in a while, I'll surprise somebody and have the smoothest stroke.
Well, you're a good
possible.
athlete, but I'll say this: your like bar dart game, impressive. Shuffleboard, pretty good, not bad. Your pickleball is good. Your tennis is intermediate. Basketball, surprisingly, not good at all.
Whoa.
Not good at all.
Whoa.
You're about to
that- I
walk
knew that
off.
was one
He's
that was
about
gonna
to
hit the
walk
note.
off.
I know.
Whoa. Okay, let's just clear the record for
Basketball
a second.
probably is your worst sport.
Basketball is
You see what I'm
probably
doing
my
here?
top. Yeah, I know.
I know
we're
it
going-
is. I know.
It's my top sport.
Yeah, I know.
It's my top sport. How we played against each other.
Yeah, and also you will post videos of yourself online, and you're pretty smooth. You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
I beat Lethal Shooter.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Horse. Fuck you, bitch. Whooped his ass. He didn't want to post that online.
Let's do a real conversation about horse. Once you get to E, do you get a second shot on E?
It depends on the rules. 'cause
I feel
I've-
like this is where you grew up. Because some
Yeah.
people don't do second shot on E. You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I don't do second shot.
I don't do second
You're
shot.
out.
In California,
Once you
they
hit
do.
E, it's over.
Yeah, you're done.
Right. See, I've played kids that sometimes once you're on E, you miss, you get one more. It's like a mercy shot.
It's a mercy shot, yeah. But
I bet you the fans were going to comment about who did mercy shots in their neighborhood and who didn't, because it was always a point of contention. Some people would be like, that's not that you don't. And other people are like, we've always done that. We always did a mercy shot.
Yeah, never. When I was growing up, we didn't have that.
No mercy
no
shots for
mercy.
you.
No mercy. I'm from the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, they don't. Well, they just kill you when you lose. And in Jersey, where you grow up,
Yeah.
What's like what was your, like, because the East Coast is like a lot of lacrosse and hockey and all. Do you do that shit?
Dude, I tried indoor lax for one day,
Yeah.
and it was horrible.
Did you get smoked? Is that why?
Yeah, I was way smaller then. I grew 8 inches overnight in one night. And
Did you really?
yeah, I grew 8
You're like
inches.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
You know that he grew like in college, like 5 inches in the summer.
Yeah, dude, it can happen.
Yeah,
it can
it's
happen.
wild.
But no, I played basketball, soccer. Those are like my big sports.
Soccer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love soccer.
I could.
I'm never good.
No, I couldn't do it.
You got to play
I
football.
was supposed to be good at soccer. It's like my father played soccer overseas. He
Oh, Pele.
played-
Your dad was
Yeah.
Pele.
No, I wish my dad was Pele.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be so sweet. That'd be so sweet.
Your father played soccer overseas?
My father played. He played in. I want to say Ghana. He played in Nigeria, maybe as well. He was part of the Belize national team, and so.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
I don't know this. That's
Yeah.
insane. Is that
Yeah.
public knowledge you've talked about?
I don't know if I've ever talked about. Maybe I don't think I've ever talked about it because he passed away in June, this past June. But I hadn't seen him since I was 8.
Right.
You know.
Like a good dad.
Like a good dad.
A good dad doesn't want to see you for a long, long time.
Yeah, he went out. He he went out the door for cigarettes.
No, he went out for soccer cleats.
Yeah, he went for soccer cleats and
Never
couldn't
came
find them. He's still looking for
So
him.
the Belize national team.
The Belize national team. So we grew up playing. He would train us, me and my brother.
Wow.
And we played in the South Side of Chicago. So me and my brother was 8th grade, I was 7th grade, and we were both captains of the soccer team. And we were cleaning up until we played against the Mexican school.
Yeah, forget about it.
These motherfuckers had mustaches, and they were mopping us.
Right.
That was the moment I was like, this shit ain't for me.
You can beat a bunch of white kids, but those Mexican kids come in, it's over. It's
Yeah.
game over.
Soccer is the only sport that, like, if you know how to play, you could beat black people in it. Like, because we
Yeah.
played other South Side teams, and you could tell the other kids that were on the soccer field didn't really want to be there.
Yeah.
They were like, this is just in between football and basketball.
Right.
And for me, I was like, yo, this is my life. And again, when I got to that mustache school, oh
Over.
my God.
It's over.
They mopped us.
Any Latin descent is going to have soccer as their primary, grew up with it, because all of us in the States, like I said, regional, hockey up north, everyone plays football and basketball in the Midwest. In the South, it's all football. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you're going to get regional, that's what you grew up with. Anywhere you go, Latin influence, they're going to fucking play soccer as their number one sport. And then they're probably going to be real good at it. And you look at like when I was growing up, soccer was kind of making its way in the 90s because we're the same age. Are you the same age?
33.
Young bitch.
I know.
You know?
Sorry,
Fucking
guys.
young
my
bitch.
parents. I don't know what to tell you.
child.
That's when they had
dude,
me.
what a
Parents, they should've
loser.
started
What do your
fucking
knees
sooner.
feel good right
Bro,
now?
my parents that's when they did sex.
So annoying, dude. Go back and talk about it, Bill.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Hey, warm weather is back, baby. I cannot wait to get in my little Daisy Dukes and skimpy around my neighborhood and show off for the boys. But when the weather gets warmer, it leads to a funkier stink. You got a little stink downstairs by the pink. You got to grab some MANDO whole body deodorant and nip that body odor in the bud. Put it on your pits, on your package, on your feet, on your hands, on your back, on your butt. You want whole body freshness, baby. From the makers of Lumi deodorant, MANDO is clinically proven to work hard all day long. Instead of covering up BO with heavy fragrances, MANDO stops odor at the source, stopping the stink from happening in the first place, okay? This stuff is great. They sent me some MANDO, and I gotta tell you, MANDO did it for this man. Oh, it's so good. Created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was just being misdiagnosed, mistreated, and masked. Nobody wants to mask smell, okay? Take care of it. MANDO is aluminum-free, baking soda-free, cruelty-free, dye-free, and vegan. Take that. Clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. 12 hours after a shower, the average man's grundle odor level was a 5 out of 10. With MANDO, the average grundle odor is a 0 out of 10. Huh? Don't make it stink by your pink. You gotta use some MANDO, my friends. MANDO starter pack is perfect for new customers. Comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. This stuff is great. It smells delicious. I feel cleaner, and my whole body looks smoother and sexier than ever, knowing that my smell is under control. Luckily, I have a discount code to help you get hooked with my favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code WHISKEY at shopmando.com. Shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. It's time to smell better naked. Your partner will thank you. This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Rabbit Hole Distillery and their one-of-a-kind Kentucky bourbon and rye whiskeys. I've talked about these cats for quite a long time now because I'm a big supporter. Behind Rabbit Hole is their founder, Kaveh Zamanian. Shout out to this cat. All right, fastest to ever get inducted in the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame. Pretty impressive, to say the least. Boxer Grail is what I've been sipping on. That's that rye whiskey. I know I've said on the show, a lot of people don't say they're rye guys. This stuff is great because it's small batch. A lot of people say they're small batch, but they ain't, okay? Rabbit Hole is small batch. They're pulling from under 15 barrels at a time. That is truly small batch if you know anything about bourbon. It's a perfect gift, or it's perfect to gift yourself. Treat yourself. Each expression is made from one-of-a-kind personal recipes with specially malted grains. They've got the Cave Hill 4-grain triple malt. That's the OG, the high gold, high rye double malt bourbon. Say that 10 times fast. And Boxer Grail Sour Mash Rye, which I really have started to enjoy. But one of the new favorites is the Derringer. That's the PX Sherry finished bourbon that's finished in Pedro Jimenez sherry casks, all right, from España. They're renowned Cascanola Coprage. I don't know how to say it, but you know what? It's delicious and incredible. They got flavors of dried fruit, sweet berry wine. It's going to have you falling in love. You got to try Rabbit Hole if you haven't already. I've talked about them enough because I believe in these cats. They're doing something great. They got 4 different whiskey expressions. I've been sipping on that rye. Go to rabbitholedistillery.com/buy now. rabbitholedistillery.com/buy now. Use the promo code RABBIT for $5 off your first order. Please drink up responsibly and enjoy.
Ginger. I like gingers.
By the way, when you said that, was your old man was in your life as a kid, and then what? He dipped out at some point?
Yeah, he got deported.
He got deported?
Yeah, drugs, man.
Really?
Drugs, yeah.
But my dad did drugs.
Really?
Yeah, but my dad went to prison.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit cooler. I'm not going to lie. A little bit cooler.
Well, they were tired of my dad in prison. So they were like, let's just send him back home.
Get him back home.
Let's just get him back home.
Yeah, my dad jumped around a couple of prisons. Wanted to check them all out. He wanted to check them all out. He checked out a few of them.
What's
Pretty
your
good.
commissary looking like? How
My
much yard time y'all get?
Did your dad call you from prison? Did you get those calls?
No.
See, I remember those calls. Those were funny.
I had family members who would do that. They would call you from prison.
Collect
calls, or they would reach out to other people.
Yeah.
They'd reach out to other people to call you as well.
Oh, that's smart, right,
Yeah.
to get more time.
Yeah.
My mom picked up on it. I've told this story, but my mom picked up when my dad used to call. I go, you have a collect call from Cook County Prison, inmate 4852223 from, and then they would give you say your name.
Yeah.
But he realized my mother would turn down the call sometimes.
Yeah.
So he would just put the message of what he wanted to say in the space where you're supposed to say your name.
Yeah.
It was extremely smart.
Oh, I've had that before too.
I was like, that's very good. That's very. I don't know if he learned that from somebody or that was like became common culture because you knew some things just weren't going to get through.
Yeah. Hey man, go ahead and send me $50. I mean it. Bye, I love you.
I thought you were going to say he changed his name. And I'm like, well, how many inmates is your mom receiving calls from? Like,
You don't know about my mom's history.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah. Right. It was as soon as I heard Cook County Prison. But it was also like, I think he did that in the event that we would both pick up the phone in the days when you could have multiple people on one phone.
Yeah.
And pick up the phone and hear it. I think that's what he was trying to get through.
Remember those 1-800-COLLECT commercials?
Oh my
those
God.
are fire.
With Damon Wayans?
Yeah, Damon. Yeah.
Yep. 1-800-COLLECT. That was the shit too. But I wasn't old enough to really benefit from that. Meaning like I wasn't in the streets and needing a ride home when I would have to hit a payphone.
Yeah. Payphones were kind of on the way out when we were growing up. It was almost like I've used them, but it was I think the most I ever used them when I was traveling. If I was ever away, that's when you needed it the most. Like you probably got a cell phone pretty early, huh?
Yeah,
you're right on that cusp.
Yeah, I was on the cell phone. I was going to ask you guys, what was it like using beepers? Because I never got to use those.
All right, dude, are you taking a shot at us right now, or are you being honest?
You think I was out here paging
No,
up?
you guys were part of the beeper era, no?
The beeper era was around us a little. Yeah, yes.
We
and
were
no.
young though.
We were young.
Yeah.
The beepers were mostly for older brothers and sisters and stuff like that.
Okay.
They all had pagers.
That's so interesting, the dynamic. We both grew up in the same state, same city, pretty much. The beepers for him were used for older brothers and sisters. The beepers for me were drug dealers.
Yeah, drug dealers.
Yeah.
Drug
I mean,
dealers.
same thing. I knew drug dealers, but I'm saying in my generation, nobody I knew had one our age, unless you were a rich kid or Yeah, or you were living alone. You like moved out of your parents' house at 17 and you were selling drugs.
Right.
Like we knew a couple of kids that had apartments.
Oh,
You know, at like
damn.
17, like they got their own apartment.
wild.
It was fucking insane.
Trap house.
It was just insane. You were like, this is.
The greatest thing of all time.
It just feels fake. You're like, there's no way we're allowed to do this.
Oh yeah, like your mom don't love you.
Right.
Like, damn.
What's wrong with
They
your
kicked you out
family?
already? You're still a teen.
Are your parents still together?
Yeah, they are.
Wow, look at
yeah,
that. You know why? You know how you can tell? You can see the smile in his
5
eyes.
kids later, dude.
Look at the smiles in his eyes.
It's just rare in today's day. Like, it's
No,
just
it's not rare. It's because love is nice and it's good and it turned out something. You're a wholesome dude.
Oh, thanks.
Like I
man.
can tell
Thanks,
that you
Andrew.
are. I feel in your soul. Broken, wholesome.
Wait, no.
Whoa,
Hold on. Yes.
Shattered.
Yes, broken.
Shattered. Broken, wholesome.
He is up. Yeah, he definitely had a stable structure. But Kyle in these streets.
Yeah. I
But
know
in a
he's
good
in the
way.
streets, but he's in the good. Yeah, he's like
the good way, the good streets.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah.
The good streets.
Okay, I'll ask you. This is definitive proof. You walk outside my studio right now.
Yeah.
$20 bill.
Yeah.
On the ground, right? You've seen people come and go out of the other offices. You pocketing that, or you going to find out if maybe somebody dropped it?
I
You go
don't
next
know.
door.
I
It's
don't
right
know.
in front of their door next door.
I don't know what $20 bill you're talking about.
Boom.
You
Broken.
Son of a bitch.
Motherfucker's a
You
thug.
are one of us.
Motherfucker's a thug.
What would you do? You find $20 right outside of that door, right next door, the studio right next door. You saw people coming in and out. They waved to you. Hey, Lamorne, big fan.
Yeah, I'd go find the first unhoused person and give it to him.
Very nice.
That's what I would do.
So if I found it, which
What-
I have before in front of their studio, I wanted to know what you guys would do.
What would you do?
I set it on fire. I stood out. I just lit it right on fire right in front of their window. It was nuts. They were not cool with it. Okay, this is interesting you say that because I had a conversation with my buddy just yesterday in Chicago. I was in Chicago yesterday. And we walked by a guy who had his young kid with him, begging for money. And I always give a couple. I always really try to give money. I always do usually give money. The thing that bothers me is when it's like a baby.
Yeah.
We do that a lot in LA. There's babies on the side of the highway. You've seen this before?
Oh yeah.
It fucking kills me. I'm always like, hey man, please get that baby off the side of the highway. I'll give you money, but you got to find someone to help get that baby off the highway.
Whenever I see a baby, I know it's a scam.
I know it is a scam, but I'm still going to give money. See, that's what my friend said. He goes, yeah, but you know it's a scam. And I said, if you're willing to beg, I don't give a fuck if you live in an apartment or a house even, the shame that you feel to beg anyway, or the disconnect that you have, here, take the money. I'd rather give you the money anyway, even if someone's like, they're ripping you off. It's like, I didn't fucking lose anything. I'll give them $5.
Yeah.
Whatever. In the grand scheme of the world, I don't care that it's a scam. It just that's not. First of all, it's not a great scam. It's like a
No, it's a hard scam.
It's a hard
You're
shitty
out- Yeah,
scam.
you're out there for
it's a
hours.
shit scam.
There's a guy. I think they did a 20 or 60 minutes or some shit on this guy, homeless guy, he would literally just kind of like beg for money on the street, and then would take his homeless clothes off as he was walking to his Mercedes,
Oh, I love
back to his
that.
nice house where his kids were going to Harvard.
I want to give that guy money. That's
Yeah.
that's hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hate on the game.
Yeah.
There's a guy off of the. You remember this? It's so great that we're the same age. There was a kid off of the Dan Ryan, a man, I should say, who sold popcorn, singular bags of popcorn. Do you know about this guy? The news did a story about him when I was a kid. I remember WGN did a whole thing. Oh God, I wish I remember. I'd have to ask my dad what exit it was. But he would sell popcorn off of the highway, individual bags. And I guess the rumor was, I wish I had the producer, the kid would look it up. But the rumor was he would go to one of these factories and take all their, they throw away or they
the
shit.
leftovers at the end of the
discard
day.
a lot of
yeah.
shit. Yeah. And he would individually bag them and sell them for $1 or peanuts. It was that or peanuts. I don't remember what it was,
Okay.
but it was a big deal when I was a kid. And then I think the Tribune did a fucking article about this guy, and it's like he made like $120,000 one year selling shit off the side of the road.
I think it's peanuts.
Peanuts, that's what I think it
we've
was.
bought from him numerous times.
But I thought that was. I remember my dad saying that, and in the '90s being like $120,000.
Yeah,
That's like $500,000
yeah,
today.
legit inflation.
The amount of shit that they throw away, though, is crazy. Like, you should be able to, like, profit. Someone should profit from that.
100%. I don't know why there's not more of that.
In Lyle, actually, there is a
Lyle, baby.
factory. I forget like a what's those chocolate pastry factories. The
Well,
company's
Ferrero Rocher is out there.
Well, it wasn't them. It was like who makes the Twinkies and the
Hostess.
Hostess.
Oh, Hostess.
There's a
Yeah,
Hostess factory there, and one day we were walking down the street. We just got through playing pool, and my buddy goes, "Hey, I'll be right back," and he starts running towards the factory. You know, it's like 11 p.m. midnight or some shit.
He's got a shift.
It's clearly exactly. We were like, this place is clearly closed. He runs through the back, and like 10 minutes later, he comes out with just like a pile of Twinkies, like all you name it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And he's like, "Oh man, they just toss all this shit in the back when they're done with it." I was like, "Did you just go in the trash and get this?" He was like, "Yeah, but it's at the top of the trash, so it's not like touching all the trash." And so he would do this often. He would just scrape off the top and then just go home with a bunch of shit.
But this is real. This is, and also this is cultural. We talked to the girl on our other show, Rudy, in the Philippines. It's a legit normal thing to do, and it's not. These people aren't starving and homeless.
Yeah.
They'll go pick off the top of the trash. It's like a fun game
Yeah.
to go find what's on the first layer of trash. It's touched nothing.
Yeah. Dude, the homeless out here are crazy. Some of these houses they build, they got TV in there.
Yeah, there's a
cable.
2-bed, 2-bath like right down the street.
Dude, I literally watched UFC 299 at this guy's place. He had the full pay-per-view. I was like, oh, okay, dope.
By the way, Jesus Christ, did you watch that?
I didn't watch it. He saw it.
Good
He gave me the
God.
play-by-play.
I did.
Sean is just
He's great. Dude.
unbelievable. No,
Yeah.
it's different. He's different. That is the way I feel about all superior athletes of our time.
Thank you.
Something is different about Lamorne.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know?
Thank you for saying so.
When you see superior athletes, though, dominating their sport, it's something is, whoa!
Listen, that's just
By the
for
way,
y'all.
do that again. That looks exactly like the emoji that I send.
Yeah,
You know the strong emoji?
Oh.
I send that one all the time. That's exactly the same shape.
Okay, man, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I only send black emojis, by the way.
You should, man.
I don't like the white ones.
Because that lets you know it's serious.
I send this a lot.
Oh, yeah?
I send the black fist often, yeah. But I'll do it to like executives, like if it's a very it's like someone I've barely met, you know. And it's like we're setting up a thing with like a studio or something important that's like very like they speak to you in very business talk. I always respond with
The black
fist. Yeah, let them know how I feel.
Yeah, they got to know you mean business, man.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll ask them if they're into BLM 2, like it's the second coming. Yeah, like a BLM 2.0.
Yeah. what
And
do
then they have no
say?
response. They don't ever respond to that kind of stuff. I always try to bait people to see if they're going to lie to me and be like, "Oh, we are
Support it.
BLM too."
Yeah.
We're big on BLM too. We absolutely support
absolutely.
it.
We love it. We just bought the merch.
Right. Well, when is it going to come back? You know, it is going to make its second round. There's no way it can't.
I think so.
Let's get it back.
Dude, they honestly, they haven't given me their number.
Yeah. Well,
We talked about this earlier.
I know. You're new to the game.
He's new. New member. You're not grandfather, dude.
By the way, I've had this moment. We were walking in a bar in Chicago with my sister and one of my closest friends, and there was a huge mural on the wall on the way upstairs, and it was comically like an unrecognizable black guy. But I was like, this is such a Chicago thing, where it's like a mural of some like really cool looking, like it's very well done. But I had no fucking idea who it was. But of course, you do the thing where you're like, oh look, hoping someone would be like, oh, it's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Say it.
That's Booker T.
Yeah, my cousin was like, oh yeah. My sister, oh yeah. All of us, I could tell, we had no fucking idea.
No one knew.
It sounds like you guys should be contestants on the floor. Have you seen that?
Have you seen this black guy?
Yeah.
No, but I've seen the bits about it online.
Oh my God. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, just because these are very famous black people.
Yeah, no, I know my black people. Don't get me started. This was a guy where you're like, this had to be a community organizer, and I'm just not aware of who this man is. This wasn't like, it wasn't like even somebody that I could maybe know. It was like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
It could have been a local rapper, and I'd have been like, I have no idea who that fucking is.
Dude, funny story, Glenn Powell. You know Glenn Powell? His aunt, he has the sweetest aunt. Her name is Aunt Honey. We were talking about acting when I first met her, right? And she said that her favorite actor is Robert Downey Jr. And I was like, oh, great. And we were talking about, I was making a joke about like black actors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, my favorite actor is black. It's Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Yes, he is.
She
You just have to go along with it. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, I was so confused by it. But she saw Tropic Thunder and was like, that guy's hilarious.
Oh,
God bless her, though.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen these people on the streets. It's such a weird thing. It's like what happens on game shows when they're like, you know, they'll like go up to people and be like, name your 3 favorite black people. And they just can't say anything because they're so confused that the question is very like aimed and odd that people go, fuck,
Wesley Snipes.
Barack Obama. It's so funny. It's like they just don't know. Because it's such a weird, catch you off guard question that it is funny to watch people's reactions. That's what happens, I think, on that floor. It's like they just get stunted by the idea that they're going to sound racist. So they're like, oh my God, I'm going to sound racist. And then they do.
Yeah.
Because you know you know what I mean? It's like when you say, I don't want to sound stupid, you immediately, your brain is like, you're about to.
Say something stupid.
Something's going to be bad here. This is going to be stupid.
Oh yeah, but again, the most famous people you could find, like
it's like Morgan Freeman, and they're like,
Oprah.
who is that? Yeah,
You know,
Oprah,
like,
right.
Come on, you don't
That's
know who Michael
crazy.
Jordan is?
Yeah.
Like that's weird to me.
Yeah, that seems strange. I mean, I guess a part of it is they've got to be stunned, and then a part of it is they're racist. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not. No, it's not.
they were like naming a young Jennifer Aniston with pixels over her face just based off the hair.
One piece of hair.
And they go, Jennifer Aniston.
I know that shirt.
Jeez.
She wore that in episode 4, season 3 of Friends. When they're just walking out of that shop, they know precisely. Did you have a show as a kid that was like your apex TV show that like influenced you?
It wasn't Friends, I tell you that.
No,
it wasn't.
You know, I've
Friends.
never seen one episode. People don't believe
Yeah,
me.
me
Really?
either.
I did. I had. It just didn't. I had no interest in it. I don't know why. I just never. No, I know why. It was didn't fucking. That was the opposite of what I liked.
Yeah, and it didn't match what we were dealing with.
It just was not
Yeah,
it. I didn't get it. I didn't get anything about it. Also, I thought it was very strange. Even then I remember thinking, these are kind of all the same people. Like I know that. I know that sounds terrible to say, but it's like they weren't that dynamic of characters. They kind of all fell into the same tropes a little bit. But you're like, none of these people had. I mean, Lisa Kudrow was by far the most dynamic, and people are online are probably
Super over the top.
And
Like
who played-
everyone was super over the
But
top.
that was what
played
was kind
Joey?
of different about her.
Joey was Matt LeBlanc, right?
Matt LeBlanc was pretty funny.
They were funny, I guess, but it just never clicked with me. I didn't think it worked for me for some reason. I don't know why.
Which is rare. You're the only white person that I've met that said, I don't fuck with that show.
Well, dude, for me, it was only comedy.
Yeah.
And that kind of comedy, traditional sitcom comedy, in that old school regard, it did not reign for me. It wasn't.
Martin was my show.
Yeah, Martin was fucking incredible.
Martin was my show, which is great because Stan from Martin, Garrett Morris.
Yeah.
I got to. It's so strange doing it because I always imagine his performances in Martin.
Yeah.
When I'm like reading lines or and I have to kind of check myself out of that a little bit because that's the character that he's playing.
Right.
But I was so obsessed with Martin. Martin's my favorite sitcom of all time.
Now, are you allowed to say that with all this Katt Williams controversy going out right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I like how he's just shooting it. He's like every black guy
What did
that
he
wears
say
a
about
dress.
Martin?
He said that every black guy that wears a dress is like sold up the river to the Illuminati or whatever. I'm paraphrasing, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's saying like every time they want to put a black man in a dress, and Martin was so quick to like wear a dress, all this bullshit.
Yeah, but he's missing is that's been going on since way before. Flip Wilson wore a dress when he was doing that Geraldine character.
Right, but what's even more, whatever. It's like we're talking about Katt Williams' theories of the world, but it's so funny. Where are we now? Yeah. But like, hey man, to me, if it's funny, it's fucking funny.
Right.
I don't think there's a great agenda behind it. And I know what he's saying. He's like, black people in Hollywood are forced to do X, Y, Z. It's like, yeah, Robin Williams wore a fucking dress.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, also fucking Tootsie was one of the most like, groundbreakingly funny, off-colored, weird films. And he's a genius. So you're like, I don't know. What are you really saying? That like, I think people did it to explore different avenues of the art.
Yeah.
You may hate it. That's okay. And that may... to be honest, come from your fucking insecurities, but it's just a different exploration of the fucking art. It's not. I like to think sometimes nothing is that deep, especially when you talk to creators and artists sometimes, and you're like, "What were you thinking about when it da 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 da?" And they go, "Oh, I just had eaten that meal that morning. That's all that was."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Sometimes it's so surface level bullshit.
Yeah.
I think we forget that there is no great fucking agenda sometimes that gets spewed out.
Yeah,
but yeah,
but
Martin was.
But the crazy thing is that here's why I love Katt Williams, but also I'm kind of like, because he's one of the greats. He's one of the great stand-ups.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
He's everything that he does makes me laugh. He's so funny, so good. But when he's speaking on this, it's not the first time that as a black man I've been hearing that since way before Katt Williams.
Yeah.
And so, you in the back of your mind, you go, is there some validity to it? Is there some, because there was a time back in slavery where they would emasculate black men. They would do all kinds of things, to get rid of that power.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, but wearing a dress, I don't know if that's one of them, because what's also happening is people are laughing and you are making so much money doing it. And you are like cheering people up, and it's like you chose to put it on. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been on a set where they're like, no, you have to wear this.
Right.
You
You say no and you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't want to do it.
I understand the emasculation thing. I get that. But I also think I just don't bite into that theory.
Greater agenda.
I just don't at all, because once you work in the business a little bit, you're like, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this shit is not true. Like a lot of shit that you yourself believed when I got into it, that I was like, oh, well, you know how that goes over there. Then you go over there, you're like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
That's not at all is what it's like. It just
Harvey Weinstein didn't put his penis in me at all. No.
he asked to suck my dick.
In front of my whole entire agency.
That's so fucking
It's literally
good.
him.
That
If you
is
close your
so
eyes, it's
fucking
like,
good,
it's
dude.
him.
Can you do that the whole fucking time we're here?
You see him on Rogan? He was so serious on Rogan.
I know, dude.
I was like, who am I looking at? Every time Joe asked him a question or brought up a point, it would take him 10 seconds to respond.
He was thinking.
He'd be like, it's funny you ask that. Well, Kat, where are you going with this?
Yeah, well, we couldn't stop watching.
Yeah,
We're
me
like,
too. Say you're gonna say you're gonna get me canceled. That's how he said it.
Okay.
Say how he did it.
This is the 7th or 8th time that I've said something that's going to get me canceled on this show.
Oh my god, dude.
Jamie, pull that up, Jamie.
You've got the all-knowing Jamie who can...
Joe Rogan been trying to make the same 6 motherfuckers famous for years. It's amazing. He's incredible. I like adore the dude.
Yeah.
But I do think some of those things get into territory of like, I don't know, man. Sometimes funny shit is fucking funny. All the Wayans have transformed
Oh my
characters
God.
for years since my
Yeah.
childhood. So it's like I adored them because of it. Now, is there validity to something what you're saying? Yeah, sure. Like I watched that thing that
White chicks.
yeah,
Oh,
love
sorry,
White Chick.
sorry. Okay, I
no.
thought
I
that's
was
where
gonna say I can't remember the actress's name now. I'm drawing such a bad blank. But she was saying how the reason she goes, do you know why black people run when we laugh? Have you seen this clip?
No.
Who is this? Why can't I think of this? I just saw it the other day. She says black people run away when we laugh because we weren't allowed to laugh on plantation, so we would run and hide if we were happy.
Is that real?
Well, that's what she said.
That's crazy.
Who said that?
Oh, God, how come I can't think of this? But, I mean, when I saw the video, my instinct was, first of all, I laughed at the question because she goes, you know why black people run away when we laugh? Immediately, I'm laughing. I'm like, this is such a
This
funny...
is not going to go well.
Well, it sounds like a comedy bit, but she's being dead serious. But she's doing like a
TED
speech
Talk.
somewhere.
And then, Andrew, did you post on it black fist emoji?
Yeah, you have to.
In solidarity?
You're like, right on. I get it.
But it was always like one of those things where when you hear it, this is the same thing with cat theories.
Cat theories.
Dude, he should have his own series.
Well, it's the same thing with cat theories that you're like, honestly, there is a piece of it where I'm like, well, that you just said it, where you go, is that sounds true?
Because also, here's the thing. He's so high up there
Yeah,
in our world.
yeah.
Katt Williams is so high up there that he is seeing things that we don't actually have privy to. So that's why I go, I can't dismiss him because he still is Katt Williams.
Yeah.
So for at a certain level, I'm sure there's certain things you're invited to that you might look at crazy. I might not.
Right.
I might be at one of these parties and everything seems fine, but he may notice a tattoo on a woman's neck that must mean that she's a part of some sort of
But are
secret
you
society.
feeding into something? And no offense, but also, haven't you struggled with drugs and substances?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's tough for me only because I know that your mind may have not been in a solid place when some of these things were taking place.
Right.
Right? It's the same theory of why a judge is like, what was going on during this moment when all these people had differing stories? Like, well, we were all using. It's like, well, whose reality was actually happening? It was Taraji P. Henson, I think, is what it said. By the way, I think she was. I don't know where she was saying it. I have to look it up. But she was. Yeah. Why do they run when they laugh? She said, "Why do we run when we laugh?" But immediately when I saw it, I thought, it's got to be the most. If that's wrong, it should be right.
Wait, so Taraji said that?
Yeah, she said
And
it.
she was being serious when she said it?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah,
it.
Taraji B. Henson speaks on black laughter. Yeah.
believe it.
I do believe it.
You know why I run when I laugh?
Right.
Because I got all these gaps in my teeth. Sometimes when I laugh a lot, it don't look great. So I just turn around like,
I was gonna say you whistle sometimes when you laugh hard enough. I can hear it blowing through.
was it like that pedophile on Family Guy?
Yeah. See, guys, I got it. Yeah.
All right,
Make a sweet
Peter.
deal. Come on over.
I wish I could whistle better.
Yeah, no, it could be true, but it's a cat theory. Again,
Yeah.
the guy's got some phenomenal theories. Also, he's the one that's called out, and look at what's come to fruition from all this stuff. This is like Hannibal with Cosby.
Oh, yeah.
Katt dropping all these bombs, and then Diddy getting kind of smoked in the news,
Done.
and then Jay-Z getting a lot of weird heat, and then
Yeah.
Oprah getting all this weird heat.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Those are people that I just kind of go, yeah, I'm sure you're probably, into some shit.
I think Katt, seriously, I think he was part of the catalyst, the catalyst.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think he was part of it that kind of moved the thing just a little bit enough for everyone else to go, oh, wait, what's going on? Because the Diddy thing happened almost consecutively.
True.
And
Yeah.
so did so did the Jay-Z,
Jay-Z.
shit.
What happened with Jay-Z? What did I miss?
He's being pulled into all that world of,
Oh.
It's,
He's someone
it's so
who-
funny. It's like really non-specific, but
He's being pulled.
he's being pulled.
But he's someone who strikes me as not with that type of shit. Jay-Z seems like,
Oh, see, now I'm going to get Katt Williams on you right now.
but yeah, I Diddy, I could see that.
Yeah.
Diddy, I could see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I wasn't there, but I'm like, oh, it checks out.
Well,
It
when you
feels like it
watch
checks out.
when you watch Making the Band,
Yeah.
you were like, okay,
Yeah.
this is not okay. this is a manipulation of humans.
And he did that on TV.
on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is he doing off camera?
Yeah.
What did he send them to like the other side town for cheesecake?
Yeah,
from
Yeah.
from
Cheesecake.
Jersey to Manhattan
That's
for
wild,
cheesecake.
dude.
That's crazy.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
that I loved.
You know.
Making those kids walk across the bridge to get cheesecake. I was like, this is just pure. That's great television at the end of the day when you're like, this dude knows how to make entertainment. That's why he was so good.
But listen, I mean, hit after hit after hit after hit. The
I
guy's
know,
a
but
factor.
are we going to find out those are somebody else's hits?
Possibly.
Oh,
That's how I
He
always
sampled
feel.
a lot, but who knows? Who knows to what extent? Like he would sample music, little bits
Yeah,
and
but
pieces.
who was helping that didn't get any credit? In the same way that Kanye kind of called out a lot of people because the proof with Kanye was that he literally did all the work.
Yeah.
It's definitive. It's
he
like,
recorded it all.
it's factual that
Yeah.
it's him, and he shows that it's always him. That's why he's so, self-indulgent that you're like, well, this is him. It is him. It is fucking amazing.
You still wear Yeezys?
I don't own one pair of Yeezys.
No?
I've never owned a pair of Yeezys. Isn't that weird?
I don't have them anymore.
My wife's Jewish,
No.
pal. Okay,
Yeah. Hey.
so
Hey,
you got something
Kyle's
to say to
Jewish.
me now?
Black
Kyle's
fist
Jewish.
emoji.
No, I never owned it. No, I've never owned a pair of Yeezys, and they never appealed to me for some reason. I don't know what it was.
I got one pair for free,
Mm.
and I was like, all right, this is cool. I still have them. They're
Yeah.
they're very crispy.
The Boost 350s or whatever they are?
Yeah, the Boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Those were the sexiest of the shoes.
Yeah, but the problem is, I feel like they're eyeballs on me if I ever wear them out. So I have so many shoes, so I just don't wear them anymore.
No. You're black.
Yeah,
Black guys are allowed to still wear Yeezys. If I wear Yeezys, it's a kind of a weird. No one's gonna say anything, but
Yeah.
someone in a meeting might think about it. I just don't like that the heels on those things.
Yeah.
They just go Jew. It's so
Andrew, we
unnecessary.
love the pilot.
Yeah.
We just had one question. The shoes.
yeah.
Can we
this is a
switch out those
this is a curb
shoes?
episode.
We're
for
gonna
sure.
buy the show, but the shoes we wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, these are the Polanski 5s. You don't like these?
Jew shoes.
Jew shoes. That'd be so funny if everybody that committed any sort of atrocity had their own kicks. Polanski 5s. Yeah, you got those Cosby 2s? These are Cosby lows.
I got these
Sand-
Kelly mids.
The
Kelly mitts.
the Sandusky ones.
Yeah. Oh, the dusky ones are sick. They're actually clean. The colorway is sick.
Yeah. Love those.
Yeah. By the way, this is funny. It's on par. Trump dropped new kicks, so it's like it's
did.
perfect.
I saw that.
If you are someone who is of troublesome high profile, shoes are obviously the way to go.
Would you buy those shoes?
Oh, I wanted them so bad.
Did they sell out?
Yeah, they're sold out in
Yeah,
like
they're
5
sold
minutes.
out.
It was only like 1,000 pairs.
But he sold them for like $3,000 a pair. Or something
Yeah.
crazy.
Something.
I wanted them so bad for the show. I wanted to buy them because Bobby Bobby doesn't dislike Trump. He like despise it. You know what I mean? It's like it's a different level.
Oh yeah.
You know how like someone will tell you they're like, oh, I hate Trump, and you're like, you know, it's like whatever. That's a common narrative to like hear someone be like, oh, Trump. Bobby can't. It's just like a different. He can't. He's like gets annoyed about.
him.
Yeah. So I badly wanted to buy him the Trump shoes, like so bad, dude. I tried so hard to buy for him. I literally, I was like, I want to buy him a pair of shoes because it would be such a great bit to have. And I try to buy him second market, and no one's selling them.
In here, we pour whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Squarespace. I've talked for so long about Squarespace because I believe in them. They were my first, baby. They were my first. That's who I created my very first website with and who I use to design whatever else we're working on in our future endeavors. If you're looking to create a site, Squarespace is the place. There's nowhere else to turn. No one else has beautiful templates like they do. Nobody else has the online store that they have available. You can sell your custom merch. With a fluid engine, you have next-generation website design systems that are unbelievable. Flexible website templates. Whether you want to utilize their templates or just go rogue and do your own thing and create on your own, if you're creative and good like that. I'm not a smart man, so I like to utilize what's in front of me. But they really have everything available at your fingertips to create a wonderful site. Whether you're selling something, you're producing something, you want to push something out to the world, or you're a comic like me that loves the analytics to help find out, to grow my business and find out where you guys are because I'm coming to you on tour. Learn where the site visits are coming from and analyze which channels are the most effective. Squarespace truly does have all of this in one place for you, and it's so simple to use. And it's honestly, you don't really have a choice at this point because they're the only one that's as efficient as they are in creating beautiful, wonderful sites that are easy to use, user-friendly, and creator-friendly, which I'm a big fan of. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Once again, squarespace.com. Free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Ginger. I like gingers.
You know, I ran into. I've never officially met Bobby, but
Seriously?
But he spoke about me on a podcast once with Neil Brennan.
Yeah.
And so I thought, like, if I ever ran into him, I'll talk about it. It wasn't anything bad. They were talking about how I match with every girl on Raya or something.
Oh,
like
that he matches with?
Well, he's like, him and Neil were like, every time we open up a girl's profile, they're friends with Lamorne.
Yeah.
And I'd never, like, I knew Neil, but I'd never met Bobby. I was on the plane recently with my daughter, and Bobby comes in, and I was about to say what's up to him, but he was, I don't know if he was just out of it, but he was just like, he sat right behind me, and he just kind of went, and I was like, hey, what's up? And he went, and like put his head down, and then like passed out. And for the rest of the flight, I do believe he was farting.
Yes. This is correct.
I was like, because I was looking around like, who could be the culprit? And I'm like, it's got to be the sleepy comedian.
Yeah,
Like,
sleepy Korean is what it really is.
Sleepy Korean.
You know kimchi, dude. That stuff, when it's already fermented. It doesn't need any more time in your stomach. No, he is a farty. Yeah, he's disgusting. We travel together, and he will fart. He'll fart on. I don't mind him farting on a 737 and above. Mm-hmm. I mind him farting on regional jets.
Oh yeah,
you know the little jumper planes
small,
where it's 1 seat, 2 seats or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like it's small when we're going from like Midwest city to Midwest city.
Yeah, you can't.
And I don't mean private jet, by the way. Some people at home sometimes can take that the
do.
wrong. I mean commercial regional jets.
How many
No,
private jets you been on?
I don't take private jets, dude.
I'm
I
afraid
absolutely
of them.
refuse.
No small planes?
I'll take regional jets like an American Airlines flight from Cleveland to Chicago. Like I'll do those.
Yeah.
But I'll take any small commercial plane. Commercial plane, I'll take any size because the FAA is like, don't crash.
Yeah.
Dude, private jets, it's two guys that just like rolled out of bed and are like, no thanks. It's, dude, private jets are the scariest. I talked about it on here. We got flown out to do this thing, me and a bunch of comedians. It was like me, Andrew Schultz, Stavros, Theo. They flew us last year from
France?
from New York to Paris.
Yeah.
And they put us on the Puma jet. Like Puma owns a jet, and they put us on the Puma jet. And not gonna lie, over the Atlantic in the middle of the night, no thanks.
No, boy.
Dude, no fucking thanks. Yeah, it was January.
Oh.
What do you think was going? I mean, it was just like this.
Was it a bumpy flight?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just bumpy. It's like we had to keep changing elevation and stuff because they're trying to like catch the best jet stream.
Yeah,
because it's small. But you're over the fucking ocean, and I'm not smart enough to understand if that's bumpier or busier, but it fucking seems that way every time.
Yeah.
Every time I go over like big chunks of water, it's always bumpier. I don't know why it is. I'm not intelligent enough to know.
The weather patterns are like up there, but yeah, probably.
Something happens differently over the water. But the same thing, like when I went down to Australia, the first half of the first leg down there was fine. And then it was fucking bananas at one point. I was like, Jesus Christ. And we were on a massive plane. We were on one of those like, you know, 4 rows or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it was huge. And you feel it in those things. You're like, dude, imagine a small plane would just be getting
tossed around.
Yeah, and I don't have the fear of crashing. I just think small planes not commercialized are more prone to accidents.
Oh,
have
they
you guys
absolutely are,
been
yeah.
on a plane when has the mask ever come down on
No,
you guys?
thank
Never.
God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
no,
no.
have you?
Yeah, one time.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Tell it.
The mask came out. We were same thing. Crazy turbulence. Mask came out. Lady next to me starts like praying. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, stay near her, by the way.
I like tried.
She's got a pass. You know that, right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
getting in.
So I'm like, all right, well, we'll see. Turn on my cell phone. Try to see. Do I gotta do like a last text type thing? And then like you said, the guys came on. Oh, sorry guys, we hit a little bit of a pocket, but we'll be okay. And
Yeah.
that was it.
No
I was
big
like,
deal.
dude, I pooped.
Did you put on the badge?
I was about to. I was like getting ready, and then you know when they say put on yours first?
100%.
I saw the old lady. She like couldn't reach hers, so I was like, bro, I have long arms. Like maybe I'm supposed to help her.
Let her die,
Let
dude.
that old bitch die. She prayed already.
Yeah, she already prayed.
She ready.
dude.
She ready.
That's true.
She said, I prayed already. I don't need no damn mask.
Let that old bitch die. She already. I told you, she just had a conversation with the Lord.
Yeah, she
They're
good.
ready to.
That's
They're
right.
already get her bed set up.
They
dude.
discussed that before she got on the
Yeah,
plane.
she's
You
good.
guys
Is it
right.
my time,
You guys
Lord?
right.
Now,
Yeah.
do you? I don't know if you're religious at all, but do you do a little thing on planes? Do you have a religious little thing on planes?
I do.
You do.
I have to say, I text my mom twice.
Okay.
So I text her, let her know that I'm on the plane, and then I let her know when I'm taking off. And
That's
I
cute.
say the same prayer twice, like an OCD prayer.
Can we hear it?
No, that's between me and
It's
me
you
and my
God.
Lord and Savior.
That's okay. That's fine.
Come on, man.
Pretend I'm God right now.
All right, dear Lord.
Maybe as Katt. How would Katt do it?
Oh yeah. How would Katt pray?
Please allow these pilots to be one Sully, a Tom Hanks, and a Denzel Washington. That throughout all the trials and tribulations and the turbulence in the air, dear Lord Heavenly Father, because you said it in Corinthians, that you will take us home, sweet Lord.
Damn. I feel safer
It's
right
so,
now.
Me too. Thank you, Katt. That really does do something to me. The Lord is good with Katt. I've told this annoying story, but I was on a plane with. I was getting on a little small puddle jumper from Indianapolis to somewhere.
For some reason, when people say puddle jumper, it sounds racist to me. Go ahead. I don't know why.
Sorry,
I was on a puddle
I was on a
jumpers.
puddle. I was on a puddle jumper.
Oh,
I should have hard R.
R-E-R,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what gets you. But what is that's so good?
I don't know why.
Why does puddle jumper sound? It does sound
It
racist.
does sound. Yeah, puddle jumping ass.
What?
whoa.
What the fuck?
Your
You dropped a
imagination. My
hard
brain
P.
goes to. Okay. One word on the count of 3. What's the word that you think your brain goes to that makes it racist? Like, what does it associate with that makes you racist? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Basketball.
Oh, I was about to say that, dude. That was
were gonna say
weird.
basketball.
Yeah, well, I said bass, and then you finished it.
Because jumping, I'm assuming the racist intonation in your mind would say, "Oh, you're saying you jump over puddles in the hood playing basketball?" That's
That's what.
He's like, wait, that's
Well, to me, it could be it could be the old stereotype about folks coming into the country by water, taking those little boats.
Well, that's
Oh.
interesting.
that's a shot.
Puddle
of
jumper.
Cubans.
Yeah,
River
Cubans?
jumper is what that would be.
River jumper?
Yeah, river jumper, I guess. Well, right. That I didn't associate with Mexican. I
Yeah.
went black.
You went black.
I
Yeah,
went
but
black.
if you do
Everybody always
English, then
does.
it's kind of like it sounds nice. Like, oh, I was doing a puddle jumper, like from
little
England.
puddle-
yeah,
yeah,
it's
just
just
a
like a
puddle
little
jumper.
puddle jumper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's because they use the word jumper as to describe.
Oh yeah, I've got jumper on.
You're
yeah.
wearing a
clothes.
jumper.
Yeah, jumper.
That's a jumper.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit textured, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
good, right?
By the way, they're
lovely.
wrong
It's lovely.
about
that
a lot of
is.
stuff.
What the Brits?
I don't like how they try to connect. There's a guy on the internet who's like, "It's not croissant, it's croissant."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
Okay, well,
Nigga,
it's also,
it's bread.
Yeah, yeah, bitch, it's bread.
Just
Bitch, it's
twist it.
butter bread. Also, okay, British people, It's herb, not herb. Get the fuck out of here.
Herb.
A herb is what we call you behind your back.
Yes.
You fucking herb.
You fucking
Dude,
herb.
that's some 90s ass
Yeah,
shit.
you
You
fucking
fucking herb.
Bro, herb is like that was in my vocabulary.
We need to bring that
There are
back.
a lot of people who don't know what it is. Like I've said it before, and they're like, "What is that?"
If they had no connection to hip hop culture at all, that word would be
Mm-hmm.
meaningless. To
Okay.
them. Yeah. If you didn't, there's no other way to say that. If you had no connection to hip hop culture, you've never even heard that word. It was purely from that.
There were terms growing up that, like, you watch a lot of movies and shit, but in Chicago we had our own terminology. And then when you watch like movies like Boys in the Hood, you'd hear a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what like a mark-ass Buster was.
Buster, I didn't hear. Yeah, Buster didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
That's a West Coast thing.
West Coast. Yo, mark-ass Buster? Like,
Because everything sound like that, cuz.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything sounds just like that, homie.
Where did that come? Where'd that go? Because you don't really hear that as much anymore. That kind of like, that sounds Bay Area-y almost too.
You know what it is? You know what I genuinely think it is? Because regional accents are slowly disappearing. I think it's the age of the internet. It used to be, I only hear what my peers say and the people in my neighborhood say. That's what influences the way that I think and the way I speak. Now we spend more time on our phones than we do actually talking to people.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing accents and dialects from over here that it starts to generalize. I feel like a news anchor. A news anchor from the South, they move to the Midwest and they have to be on the news. They
Assimilate.
can't sound.
Yeah.
They can't sound Southern. So they fix their vocal patterns, I guess. I feel like that's what's happening now.
That's so smart, dude. That's such a clever
Damn,
thought.
dude, you just
That
blew
we're
my
all
mind.
going to start sounding like the TikTok girl.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll take a sandwich with turkey.
Yeah.
That's what we'll all talk like because that's all you hear is like these robotic versions. That creeps me out when you say that. Because it is true, though. Like when I go back home, Chicago starts to seep in more and more
Yeah.
just because you're around it all the time and you like feel it. But out here, we're accentless.
Yeah.
Unless you just moved here from New York.
I heard it when you said popcorn.
Yeah.
You said popcorn.
Words will definitely still.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of words that I have that will come out. Like, it's ace. It's almost always ace. Like bad.
Yeah.
Like it's always a few words, but it's been washed away over the years.
Yeah.
Because unless I call a family member, and they're so Chicago, you know, when they're like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" It's
Yeah.
all like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, those guys are fucking Jagoffs. Jagoff was like so exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know Jagoff existed outside of Chicago. Because everyone's
everywhere.
at fucking Jag. Like, this is bad, but when we were kids.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say
I
it.
was just going to say the N word.
I knew it. I could see it.
I just like Tarantino.
I knew you were going to say your freckles got a little darker. I said, oh, he's gearing up.
I used to not say it, but
wait.
no, my uncle, I would hear my uncle say, my uncle would say, if there was a gay guy, they would call him Mo. They would say Mo's. Did you ever hear that? A Mo?
Mo?
No.
They could say like homo, but they'd shorten it. They would always say, "Oh, those Mo's are over there."
Trying to be slick.
But I never got what he was referring to. Mo's. I thought it was. I don't even know what I thought, but I remember hearing my uncle say that. Like, no, it's a Mo neighborhood,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What does that fucking mean?" Like,
How
are
many
they?
Mo's does my uncle know?
Yeah, that's it. Because I know Mo is like a gang thing as well.
Is it?
Yeah, he
A
calls them
gay
like-
gang?
I don't know if it's a gang, but it's
Stop right there.
Yes,
but it's
Stop right there.
Oh, we had a
Drop and give me 20.
Hey.
we had a thing that happened. I spent a lot of time in Atlanta, and we were doing a game night. We were out in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
And we were leaving like a house party or something like that. And these goons were standing on the corner in Midtown, right? That had been in Atlanta a lot. I just forget what part of town that I'm in sometimes.
Right.
So we're in Midtown, and we see some thugs hanging out on the corner, and I'm like, we just keep walking. And
We
all
weren't
of a sudden-
scared. We weren't
Yeah,
scared.
just tatted faces.
You were so scared, dude.
No,
The
maybe
way-
a tiny bit. maybe
Yeah,
a
the
tiny
way
bit.
you said it, you were scared. We weren't scared.
No.
like tatted faces, all that type of shit,
Fuck
right?
that.
Jewelry everywhere. And all of a sudden we hear, y'all looking lovely this evening. I was like, oh, okay. And Kyle flinched. I was like this. I said, well, I thank you. I was like, much appreciated. They were like, you are very welcome.
Run that dick.
Jeez.
You think you got to give him your chain? You just got to give a hand job to this guy. It's a lovely night. Thank you for not beating us up. That is. But Atlanta's notorious to have that's got to have one of the biggest gay populations, and and Atlanta, like we're good here. LA's got it. New York, Chicago.
Yeah.
Atlanta's got it though. I think it's more cultural there too. It's bigger in terms of like.
I feel like it is. I feel it, which is shocking because it's in the South. South is very. in certain parts. It's
Yeah,
very
but Atlanta's its
racist,
own world.
homophobic. Yeah, Atlanta is.
own
That's why I
world.
love Atlanta so much. Atlanta, when I was growing up, and I'd watch certain TV shows, like Living Single or some of these other shows, and I would see these like bustling black communities. Because I lived in the South Side of Chicago, I was like, where the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That place don't exist.
That's
Like it'd be
Atlantis.
like everyone's a lawyer, everyone's a doctor. Then I went to Atlanta and I was like, oh my God, everyone's a lawyer, everyone's a doctor, everybody's rich. I was like, God, I love Atlanta. The ignorance in me, or just not seeing it on television or it being spoken about, Atlanta was that place.
Yeah.
So every time I go there, I'm always just like, oh, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us doing it over here.
Atlanta, a symbol of black excellence.
Thank you for saying so.
That's kind of how I feel. Yeah, Atlanta does have that, like, they are extremely unique. They're not like the rest of Georgia. And I'm not taking a shot at Georgia. It's just, it's extremely different. When you go outside of Atlanta, you go an hour outside, this is a different fucking world. It does feel like it was alien dropped. You know what I mean? You're like, it was placed in this place where you're like, man, I feel like this should have been totally somewhere else. But that's how Austin feels to Texas now. Austin feels so fucking foreign.
Oh yeah. Would you move? Would you migrate there?
Absolutely not. No. No, I don't know. I joke with my friends because a lot of people I know moved down there, and a lot of New York guys I know moved down there. I don't even know how to say it. It's just I know people say LA has like a lack of culture, and they're inherently wrong in my opinion, because I think this place is so much more dynamic. It's like saying, if you only talked about New York as Times Square, it's the same way you only talk about LA as if everything is Hollywood. But I said this on the plane to my buddy. When someone talks shit about LA, they'll only do it to like a white dude like me who lives in LA. Go to a fucking black dude or a Mexican dude who's from LA and be like, LA fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I dare you. It's a different version. They'll be like, what are you talking about? Because your world, the white LA Hollywood world you're thinking of, is all that you're giving it. The city is so much more dynamic than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But for some fucking reason, we've been pigeonholed over and over. But you're like, that's only because we're the epicenter of the fucking industry. But the city's massive. The East Side's huge.
When you drive down the street, there was a street that I was driving down, going downtown. I forget the neighborhood I was in, and you see a lot of. We talked about this before. You see a lot of couches on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, Koreatown.
Yeah, so you know you're in the hood.
Yeah,
and I was like, but it also seems very cultured. When you see
yes.
couches, you see culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the couch
Well,
from
like-
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's a duplicate of that. There's little fountains on everybody's lawn. No, the city's so fucking big. It's just, I don't know. It's just, there's so much about it. But culturally, I think Austin, I don't know if it's found its footing in terms of like, it's so young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because of the influx. I'm sure it had a great culture before everyone went and fucking
Dude.
moved there, you know?
Yeah.
But now it's got like a Soul Cycle and an Equinox, and you're like, I don't know, isn't that just baby LA?
It's
Yeah,
Brentwood.
That's what it's
literally
turning
Brentwood.
into.
Yeah, it's Brentwood.
Yeah.
It is. So
I
that
almost-
to me is why I'm a little, I don't know.
I almost moved there.
You did?
So my daughter was born in 2020 in Austin, because her mom is from Austin.
Oh, wow.
So I went there for the birth. So I spent 2 months there straight, like during the pandemic. I had the best time. Obviously, my daughter's being born, but I was also like running into friends who had moved during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was wide open. Like no one was wearing a mask. Everybody was just fucking kicking it, driving pickup trucks, wearing American flags. And I was like, why am I having the greatest time of my life right now? So I started looking to move. You know, obviously you save a lot of money living in Texas, you know, tax-wise. So I was like, man, maybe I'll set up shop in Texas. And me and my mom went back to do some house shopping, right? So we go see this house, and we're in the backyard. Now, keep in mind, a lot of older houses are being torn down, and then, you know, it's being essentially gentrified with Californians.
Yeah, it is.
This one guy, we're in the backyard, it's a beautiful house. This one guy he's shirtless, he's covered in tattoos, he's got long hair, and he's chain smoking a cigarette, and he's staring right over the fence like this at me and my mom and my daughter. And he's just like this, watching our every move. And he's like this close, because the backyard wasn't that big.
Yeah.
And he's just watching us the whole time. And my mom goes, she looks at me, she goes, you see him? I go, yeah. And she goes, you are not buying this house. And I was like, nope. I was like, no, I am. So there's still some leftover.
Howdy, neighbor.
Yeah.
They're gonna let you guys buy that house, huh? Mm-hmm. It'd be a shame if something happened to it right before you moved in. I like it down there. I do think it's awesome. I've had fun over the years. I've been going there for a decade plus for South by and all that shit. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something. LA still got me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's convenient. It's peaceful as shit. I have the mountains. I never go to the fucking ocean, so I don't use that as an excuse.
And you are so rich that you don't care.
Nah, it's not. That is not true. I'm loaning. I'm actually borrowing. I'm on a loan right now. BMO Harris called me this morning.
You know you're from the Midwest where you call it BMO Harris.
Yeah, BMO Harris. Yeah, that's the old school. Well, that was like what it used to be. Chase bought a bank that was on the corner near my mom's house. Chase bought Bank One or TCF, one of those like.
I don't remember.
What was the one that was in Jewel?
TCF.
TCF. Yeah, they bought them. Yeah. Do you know what that is?
No.
It was like a local shitty bank, but it was my first bank when I was in high school that when I got a job that I could bank with because it was free checking.
Dope.
All the other banks, I feel like back then, you did have to pay something.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was like, go to fucking Jewel. Go to TCF. They'll give you, because I had McDonald's in my first gig.
Mm-hmm.
So I was cashing McDonald's checks at TCF Bank. By the way, I never put money in. I cashed it every fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, fuck that. Why would I put the money?
It's my money and I want it now.
Yeah. Did you see that episode on Curb?
No.
Oh, on Curb, he's yelling it.
Oh, yeah.
Larry did a whole bit about it. 877 cash now. Dude, it's infiltrated us. It's just
100%.
infiltrated us. We can't get rid of it.
Those jingles, dude, are so dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
They're
It
just
really
stuck
is.
in your head.
Do you remember Eagle Man?
It must be Ego. Do you have insurance on this car?
No.
No, it must be Ego.
Come here.
I've got something for you. Dude, this is before. This is outside of your time. Sorry, dude.
And this
Yeah.
eagle lays a big ass egg, and then the ladies come out. They go, "Whoa,
Wow.
look at those low rates!" And he's holding 2 eggs up right here by his chest.
By his tits. And a bird pops out with a rate card, and it's like, this is so, dude. My first, I played 16-inch softball out here, Chicago style, no glove.
Oh shit!
Yeah, when I first moved out here, no glove, 16-inch. It's a bigger ball. It still hurts when you get a couple jammies.
I was about to say.
But we played in a Chicago league out here in the Valley, and we were Victory Auto Wreckers. That was our team name. Yeah, I still have the shirt.
Damn.
That's a shout out to our old school. There was a commercial. The guy would pull his door right off of his car.
Oh yeah, it would fall down.
That old car's worth money. That's great, dude.
Fix that old car with used parts.
Used parts from Victory Auto Records. Solozzi Edelson Chevrolet, where he always saved more money. Yeah, these are just all of our childhood coming together.
Man, I wish
But
I
you're a
was there,
Sox guy,
guys.
huh?
Sox guy.
Yeah, you're a Southside Sox guy. Are you a sports fan or no?
Yeah, big sports fan.
So wait, let me guess. Well, I guess you'd be a Yankees. You got to be. No,
No.
you're a Mets kid?
No.
Wait, what?
I like the Sox, the Red Sox.
Oh, wait, from Jersey?
Yeah. I have a little bit of story about the Red Sox. My aunt who...
All right, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much.
married into
No, what happened? Your aunt
My
married
aunt who married into the family, she was cousins with Jason Varitek, who's the captain of
I
the
know
Red
Jason
Sox.
Varitek, yeah.
So as a kid, I got to go into the locker room afterwards. Not like that. We just meet the players and stuff. And yeah, I just grew up a Red Sox fan because that was such a cool experience as a kid.
Yeah.
Doing that, and I was like, I'm sold. I'm
It's
a
a great
Sox fan.
squad.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I
we-
have nothing but respect for the White Sox because we're Northsiders, but my dad's best friends, one of my dad's closest friends, because they don't say best friends at that age. That's insane. My dad's closest friend's father is a Hall of Fame White Sox, so we were always blessed to go, and he has a statue in left center field or whatever you call that dumb fucking place now. What's it called?
Is it not? It's not
Oh,
U.S.
shit.
Cellular
No,
Field
it's not
anymore.
the cell anymore.
What
It's something else.
the fuck
Wait,
is
was it Frank Thomas?
No. No, he was a
That
pitcher.
dude looks
play.
like he could still play.
He was a pitcher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
well, with
eugenics.
all that testosterone, right?
He looks
I
like
was
he can
having a
still
tough
fuck
time
my
getting the
wife.
bat around until I found what's that fucking shit?
Eugenics.
Eugenics, yeah.
Yeah.
Until I found eugenics.
And then the two women come in. They're like, "Is it Frank Thomas?"
It's like, yeah.
But there's no way he can get enough blood flow and have that big of a body down to his dick anymore. I don't give a fuck how much eugenics he's on.
I don't know.
Well, he's got just
he
a
might be shooting it
constant
straight.
drip.
She might
Yeah,
be shooting it
constant.
straight
Right in his
there.
dick.
Right
Just
in
holding
there.
his dick.
IV drip straight to the
I
dick.
know. Because those women look like they trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Every time you see them in a commercial, I'm like, I hate, because the guys, their husbands look like cucks. They just sit there going, wow, you're right, honey. He still can play.
Yeah.
And they're like, And then Frank will go, and trust me, your wife will thank you too. And they look like this. Yeah. When they really want to fuck Frank
Oh, yeah.
Thomas.
That is a cuck commercial. I've never noticed that.
Those
the
are
guys
the
are always
best.
like,
Straight up cuck commercial.
go get it, sweetie.
My first ever, the reason why, I tell you this, the reason why I'm a Sox fan. See, I'm a basketball fan first. Chicago Bulls,
Same.
that's my squad, right? But baseball wasn't really a thing for me until I started acting. My first 2 gigs were White Sox related.
What was it?
So I did a commercial with Paul Konerko called Win or Die Trying. It was 2005. It was the year they won the World Series.
Yeah.
And I did a commercial that I'm an angel and I'm going to help them win the World Series.
Whoa.
And it was silly commercial. Like I kill Paul Konerko and take him to heaven. And I'm like, dude, I just saved your life, man. And he's like, what? He's like, I was about to crush that thing. I'm like, no, you aren't. You about to get hit. And so it was a stupid bit. And so I was like, man, Paul Konerko's super nice. Left tickets for me. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty dope.
That is cool.
And then the next one I did one with Bobby Jenks, the White Sox pitcher.
Yeah.
It was a McDonald's commercial. I did it with Rob Belushi. You ever work with him, Rob Belushi?
Oh, yeah, I know Rob.
Yeah. So I did it with Rob, and they put a trash can on my head and then just started throwing fucking Bobby Jenks
Baseballs?
was throwing socks.
Oh.
He's like a wake-up call. I'm in bed, and the first part of it, he's just throwing socks at my bare head.
No.
Now, keep in mind, this man is a 100-something mile an hour
Major league pitcher.
Major league pitcher. At one point, the director goes, "Hey, can you just make him pop a little bit more off his head, just like accurate? How accurate can you get? Because some of them were missing." And he was like, "You want me to get accurate?" He goes, "If I get accurate, I got to throw a little bit harder." And he was like, "Yeah, it's just socks." And I look at Bobby, and Bobby was like, "All right." I was like, "Just fine. It's fine. Try it." This motherfucker started drilling me so hard that he started warming
up.
Like, yeah, he was
Oh shit!
like he hurt his arm. He was throwing so hard because the next 10 just went bing, 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 directly in my head. My head started welting up from socks. And the director was like, "Are we gonna go again?" I was like, "I gotta say something." I was like, "I gotta say something."
I don't think we have to.
Yeah, this hurts.
Yeah.
I was like, "Look at my forehead."
Well, that's why your one eye is lower than the other one because of that.
No, that's God.
Oh, that's Jesus?
That's Jesus did that.
He wanted you to be able to see both.
He's like, no matter how high I get, I still gotta look out for the little ones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
you're
man.
what a sweetheart.
Yeah,
you
man.
really do have a good soul. I take it all back. Nobody in here is broken.
No.
Everyone is whole.
Yeah.
I thank you, boys, for coming in today. This
thanks
flew
for
by
having
because
us.
it was wonderful.
Dude, seriously,
A
thanks
new
for having
friendship
us.
has emerged. I really like you.
Thanks, dude.
You're a great dude. I hope people listen to the show. It's available everywhere. You can listen and watch podcasting. You guys videotape it too. Yes.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I'm going to come on the show when I get back.
Yes, please.
Into town. We end the show the same way with one word or one phrase. Look into your camera, your individual camera there, and we say one word or one phrase to close out the episode. Whenever you're ready, you boys go ahead.
One word or one phrase?
Yeah, it used to be a word, and then we had to change it to it used to be a phrase, then a word, and
One love.
Bobby Lee farts on the plane.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.